the family in the car. It's that time of year. Wonder and excitement wait at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. Try the roller coaster ride or the giant wheel and touch the sky. Summer days and nights, Wonder Bear will be your guide. Fun for every age and size. Make the summer come alive. Wonder and excitement wait at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. Gillian's Wonderland Pier. Gillian's Wonderland Pier. Gillian's Wonderland Pier.
They're all so fun.
Alright everyone, we're going to show you how to do the jumbo ride. Okay, so first, we're going to pull this off. Power off the swiper. And we're going to fold this up under here. When I check this ride, I have to make sure that every elephant is going up and down. Now the problem is, I can only do that once this ride has started. But the problem is when you start it, it's going to be moving. So we have to cut off the rotation to keep it from spinning. So I'll show you how that's done. Now, right behind here, these are the controls for the ride. You want to make sure that it's off, which it is. You open it up. Now see, here's the light switch. And here's the rotation. We're going to turn the rotation off. So now, if we turn the ride on, main power. Oh, I didn't turn on the main power inside. Hold on. Okay, main power is on. Now, how do we get the ride to start? What I normally do is you put your foot on the pedal and hit the start button. Well, I can't be here and operate the elephants at the same time, so what I'll do is I'll hold down I'll hold it down, put my key in there, and then it's these two start buttons right here at the same time. Now it's on. So now I get to test it. We check your R keys right here. You always check your R keys. Make sure the lights are tied on properly. Make sure your bars are good. So the ride has been checked, so now I have to turn the rotation back on. So the ride is still in run mode, so I'm going to stop it right here. Stop button. Okay? And then I'm gonna take my key out of the pedal. There we go. So, I'm gonna turn the rotation back on from inside, but to avoid getting electrocuted, we're gonna shut the power off. So here we go, it's off. We're gonna open this up. And the rotation right over here, flip it back on. There we go. And here's some information about our ride, the Jumbo. So I'm gonna close this up now. We have 4 locks on it, just like on Canyon Falls telephone up top, same kind of locks. Then I'll lock it up, turn it back on. There we go, it's back on. Now we're gonna give it a test run. And the way this ride operates is it's on a timer, just like fire engines. Foot on the pedal, hold it down at all times. You're gonna push both start buttons, start and enable at the same time. And there you go. Now the ride is gonna go in a circle, but the elephants won't go up and down unless someone is pulling on the lever. But I still wanna make sure that these things go up in the air. So what I do is I take my key and I put it in this thing right here. Lifting simultaneous. Like this. And now they'll all go up in the air. So I stop the ride, and now that they're all in the air, I hit stop, they should come down. They're not coming down, because this is still in the lifting simultaneous. So unlock it. And there you go. It's releasing all the air. Now usually when the ride operator's here, the ride operator will have his or her foot on the pedal, and they'll keep it on there until the ride stops spinning. And then once it stops spinning, all the elephants automatically come down. Even if the kids are pulling the lever, it still comes down no matter what. So, yeah, and these are the lights. Light switch right here. Off, on. We usually keep them off during the day. We turn them on around 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. And emergency stop right here. We have a maintenance button right over here, in case you need to call for personnel or maintenance. So, yeah, that's about it. That's and you're always got to be checking heights too. We have a height stick right over here. So yeah, that is our Jumbo ride. And that's the Jumbo ride.
That was my sons, both Jimmy and Steve. I guess pretty much Jimmy was the winner there. During that time, they started itching about turning it into a water park. We auctioned off the rides up there, and the park was put in during the winter.
In the 80s, my brother and I went into our own business. Then I started working at a handicap facility, Jersey Cape Diagnostic, and I was a supervisor there, and Roy was the chairman of the board. And he came up to me and he said, if you ever need a job, come up and see me. So I eventually got another job lined up at a book company, you know, printing books and stuff like that. And then when I got that lined up, I came and saw Roy before I started the other place. And you know, he said, well, I hate to take you from the diagnostic. And I said, well, I'm leaving anyhow. So if you want me to work here, I'll work here. And that was back in 1989. During the planning session, Roy was the boss then. And just went to his office and asked him what he wanted. I said, well, we can do fairy tales, we can do patriotic, no patriotic. I said, well, we can do any kind of theme, you know, just let me know. And he said, well, let's do fairy tales, because it's Wonderland. I drew them up, showed him, you know, and then he approved them. Yeah, that's that. It's a polyurethane foam, and that's what I use to carve. I carve it and then I fiberglass over top of it. And there was a big snowman I made at one time, that was gone, had some stuff stolen. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I made that isn't here, and there's a lot of stuff I did has been redone.
Anytime he came with an idea, I said yes.
Wayne creates all the stuff. Wayne starts on paper with his creative design. From there he shows it to Jay or myself. Wayne starts from scratch, makes all this artwork.
I started working at Wonderland in May of 1990, and the house we were staying at was a family friend who actually was a secretary here at the time. They knew that I liked coming down to Ocean City, and when we told them that I was thinking about coming down for the summer, the family friend suggested, why don't you come work for Wonderland? And I applied and interviewed and got hired as a ride operator. I operated rides. I started doing morning maintenance, which was a position that we had at the time. And morning maintenance was really, you did the trash. You went around and you emptied the trash bins and you threw them into the truck, you swept the park, and you did the brass on the carousel. Back then the carousel had real brass poles on it, and every 2 days the morning maintenance crew would have to take a chemical and take your shoes off and be in socks only and jump up on the carousel and put the chemical on the brass and shine it, make it real shiny. So that was part of the morning maintenance job at the time. You did a good job. You wanted to make that brass shine, otherwise Roy would make you do it again. You know, for a while there, you know, me, Bug, Jay at the time as well, we were like all the you know, part of the maintenance crew, and we were the maintenance guys that did all the work on the rides. And then, you know, throughout the years, a few other people came into the mix, and yeah, we had a great team back then.
Yeah, that was about 91, somewhere around there. Jay and I worked on that together, putting them up. You know, I designed it and fabricated it, and Jay and I put it up. And when we put it up, Jay said, "How long do you think this is going to last? 20 years?" I said, "Yeah, that's about how long they lasted." It was pretty good. Good call.
You don't help Wayne with the artwork. You help Wayne with setting things up and putting things together for him when he needs it. But no, artwork wise, no one here has helped Wayne with any of the artwork. He is super talented and he doesn't need any help, and his artwork is pretty spot on when it comes to amusement parks.